Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Joshua Adamson. I'm here with Easton Fillmore to talk about the upcoming student council elections. Let's get behind the armor. So, Easton, what's your role on student council right now?
So this year I'm student body president. So,
So, what are your biggest responsibilities as student body president?
oh, that's a good question. So I think a big part of it is leading class. So we have A3, we have a class. And so yeah, I just kind of conduct the class and then just leading the council as a whole. And I think another important thing is just like trying to be a good example of the school and just trying to like represent what it means to be a knight.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of being student council?
Definitely the people on the council I feel like are just awesome. Like it just kind of feels like a family, and I look forward to the class every day, and so it's been really fun. I've really liked it.
Are you excited for the upcoming elections?
Yeah, I don't have too big of a part in it because I'm a senior. So, yeah, I'm excited for whoever goes next year. It's a great experience. So, yeah, whoever ends up running, I hope they do good.
Why should people vote in the upcoming election?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like who you vote for will influence like what activities and who runs things. Yeah, and so I think if you vote, then you have a say in what will happen next year, and yeah, so go vote.
What advice would you give to people who want to be in student council but don't know how to start?
Ooh, that's a good question. I get this question sometimes. I had never done student council until this year, and so I kind of felt super unprepared for that. But I think just bring yourself. I think that's the most important thing, and bring your own talents. There's so many positions on the council that that are suited to different kinds of people. Like we have a social media rep. I don't know anything about social media, but they do a great job with that. And so I think there's a spot on the council somewhere for whoever wants to run.
Oh.
So if you're thinking about it, do it.
What made you want to do student council?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. So last year I was talking to my parents about it, and I was like, I think I want to do student council. I don't know what position I want to do. And my dad was actually on student council too at Lone Peak, and so I was talking to him about it. And I just felt like I could, with running for student body president, I could use the position to reach out to people, and I just feel like that's so important. And sometimes we can forget to just like reach out to people and remember the person and like how important just each individual is. And so I just wanted to try to use the position to do good and just spread, I don't know, like friendship and kindness and stuff.
Oh, that's amazing. What's a basic rundown of how you sign up for student council?
Okay, so we actually have already started this year, but if you're thinking about doing it next year, there's packets in the office that they'll be out for like a couple weeks before they're due. Those consist of, I think you have to do a service project, and you kind of do like a portfolio of yourself. You kind of almost do like a job application type of thing where you just put any leadership experience you have down. You get letters of recommendation, just kind of a whole little packet that you then turn in. And then after that, you get interviewed by one of the advisors. And then they'll look at the packet and let you know if you can run. And then if you run, then you have a day, and that's campaign day. And that's when you just campaign and try to get votes. And then, yeah, whoever wins the election is the one who will get the position. And then there's also appointed positions. Those are a little different. Those are more of like a job and interview type of thing. And just the advisors will pick who they think will be the best candidate for that.
What kind of questions do they ask in the interviews?
Oh, that's actually a good one. So it's different for each position. So like mine, it was like, one of them was like, what's your leadership role? Or like, how do you want to lead? And or like, what do you want to do as a school? Like, what's your purpose? Like, what's your why? Just kind of whatever around your different role, responsibility. I'll ask you questions about that.
How long does the sign-up process take?
Not too long. You do have to plan a service project. Doesn't have to be big. But yeah, you do a service project, and it takes a bit to like compile everything and put it into your folder. But I think they give you usually 2 or 3 weeks to do that, and then, yeah, you have a week or two after that to get ready for like campaign day or whatever, and do your interview, and then yeah, find out what happens. So
What was your service project?
Mine, I actually went to, there's like an assisted living center. And so I just went and played the piano for him
Oh.
for like, I think it was an hour or something. It was really fun. So I got to, like, I'd play a song or whatever, and then we'd talk about if that was from like a movie, and just old people, they just always want to talk. So it was just like fun to be around them.
Oh. How long have you been playing piano?
I think since I was 8, so almost 10 years.
Dang.
I've loved it. Piano's awesome.
Also, what's your favorite thing to do outside of school?
Oh, that's a good question. I love being outdoors, so really anything that'll get me outdoors. So I love rock climbing and skiing, and I'm on a tennis team this year, which has been really fun. Yeah, just get me outside and I'll be happy.
How long have you been playing tennis?
Not super long. I've always played with my family.
Yeah.
So we just go and like hit and just kind of for fun. But I started doing tournaments to like work up to tryouts this year, and so yeah, I don't know. I guess my whole life, but also haven't really like played in tournaments and stuff till kind of recently. So
Do you like hiking?
I do. I love hiking. That's awesome. Probably my favorite hike I've
Mhm.
been on is, I don't know, probably Timp was really
Ooh.
cool. I've only done
Sounds
that
good.
once, and I want to do it again this year. So we'll see if I make it up there. Yeah, AF Canyon, I love it.
What's your favorite part about being at Lone Peak?
That's a good question. Lone Peak, I don't know. I love the people and getting to know people. They just are. It's just fun to be around them. I just feel like I get energy and learn a lot from them, and I just feel like Lone Peak has a really cool environment. Just like good friendships, and I feel like people are really genuinely kind and stuff.
Oh, what's your favorite food?
Favorite food?
Just kidding, no Easton.
Oh. Anything my mom makes, I feel like. She's a really good cook, so I love any food she makes.
Nothing beats a home cooked dinner.
It's true.
What's it like planning your schedule as a senior? 'Cause I never.
Ooh, like my class schedule. It was actually awesome because you're the first one to go, and so it's not as many classes fill up. But it was nice because I had most of my electives like done and stuff. So I actually have 2 free periods this year, which has been awesome. So I've been able to get homework done so I can do other things during the day.
That's fun. I know. Reading scheduling was rough because none of the classes.
Oh man, dude,
Over.
it's stressful for sure.
Yeah, for first year.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite elective you've taken other than student council?
Favorite elective? I feel like I really like the PE classes. I actually was in Lifetime. That was really fun. We got to go bowling lots. Peer tutor actually was
Oh, I
be the
love
one
peer
that made me
tutor.
say. I've done that all 3 years, and it's just like sometimes I'm like, oh, like do I need to take this class? I'm like, no. But I just think it just helps me a lot. Like just being around those students, it just brightens your day, and they're just like such pure souls, and just like I don't know, just so fun. They just make you smile. So I love being around them.
What's your plans for after high school?
Oh yeah, so I actually am gonna serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and then after that, BYU or Utah State. I haven't decided yet, but one of those schools. So.
What advice would you have for students going through Lone Peak right now?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think maybe my advice would just be to reach out to others, because there were so many times when I felt lonely and I didn't have any friends, maybe especially sophomore year. But yeah, if you just take that first step and reach out, I think it really will be impactful for you and for the other person. So I think it helps both ways.
Oh, Easton, we're glad to have you. Thanks for joining us for this Behind the Armor. We'll see you next week on Behind the Armor.